What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
Oh, there's plenty going on. We'll start with episode 235 of the Big Shot Bob podcast. B-Dog Brandon Harper. I'm Rob Tenures. That is seven-time NBA champion. Dog connoisseur, if you will. Collector of animals. Robert Horry. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, man. Just chilling.
House full of dogs. That's all he's got going on.
House full of dogs. It's been crazy. Had to navigate around the parade yesterday, so
oh yeah, that's
had to
right.
Get to work.
Yeah.
The city was happy.
How bad was traffic? I mean,
actually, traffic wasn't that bad. It was really bad once I got to downtown because everybody was trying to leave Dodger Stadium, so it was a little crazy. But once I got past that, I was fine.
What was the vibe yesterday, man? Was celebratory? Obviously, a lot going on. People happy.
Man, people were extremely happy. I mean, it's amazing how sports can bring people together and make a city so excited. That's the best thing about sports. And I think for us out here in LA, they needed a little joy from all the stuff that's happening with, we don't want to talk about that, but
all the other stuff. Yeah, all the other stuff. Well, I asked because, it's the second parade. And when you do a back-to-back, it's awesome. It's amazing, right? But I always wonder how engaged the fan base is going to be for the second parade. Of course, the first one's a big deal. Everybody's out there. It's been a few years since you won a title. Not really everybody got to go out for the 2020 parade because of COVID. So, last year's parade, I'm sure, was a riot. This year, I was just like, okay, has maybe some of the luster worn off, or how was it received? But it seems like it was pretty good.
It was bigger and better, I think. The fans came out, and the best thing about it, they didn't, they showed people riding. It did, after the championship. That didn't happen. It was a very calm situation. So it was big, man. It was huge. People were lining up at 6 in the morning. What the fuck? The parade ain't till 11 o'clock.
What the hell you guys doing?
Exactly.
You should have been around here. It's been 25, 26 years since the Braves won a title. When they won in 21, forget it.
I've never seen this place like that.
We came in to work the day of the parade, and there were people lined up and down the streets here at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, man, and then tons of them.
Yep.
So
they love their sports, man.
But you're right, though. Nothing brings a city together more than a title. It's a sports title, man. It's crazy.
I think about the first championship we won in Houston. You think about it, as large as Houston is, that was the first sports championship ever in that city. And it was bananas. The first one was but that second one, man, it was really crazy.
All right. Well, there you go. So the second one's always better than the first one. Go figure.
But I also think you got to take into consideration how this one went. This went to
11 innings in Game 7. Yeah.
Yeah, the way Game 7 went, you get a newfound respect on what it takes to win a title. Because if you look at some of these footages of when they threw the ball home to get that runner out that would have tied the game,
I think
it was literally by this much when you look at the picture. And when you look at some of these close calls, so you start to really appreciate the fact that, damn, we went back to back and we had a lot of close calls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean.
And a lot of crazy moments. You think about all the crazy moments. How about the ball getting wedged? I'm like,
I was going to bring that up later because it's in. Somebody had sent us a question for shoot around, which I guess we can do now. Actually, we'll address it later. But the ball getting wedged, I thought was a BS thing. I thought that was a BS thing. Because it did, here's the thing. If the ball is wedged, you reach down, you got to, yank it out. It looked like it just stopped at the base of the wall. And, to get wedged under the wall, I think it was Mark DeRosa on MLB Network went through, what it takes for a ball to get wedged under the wall. And, you got to get the padding up and really get it under. It has to hit, 100 miles an hour at the right angle. And it just kind of, sort of trickled in there and hit the wall and stopped. And it looked like it just kind of died. If it was wedged in there, he wouldn't have been able to just reach down, pick it up, and throw it. So I kind of think the Blue Jays got screwed a little bit on that one. Now, I don't know if that changes the outcome. They scored a run off it. Guy had to go back to third. But I don't know what that changes ultimately in the outcome of the game.
Yeah.
It was Game 6, I think, that happened.
Yeah, that was Game 6.
So who knows? But we'll address it later because we do have questions about it.
They won the game anyway, right?
They did. They did, but not long.
Whoa,
All right.
no.
Dodgers won that game.
Dodgers won 6 and 7.
Dodgers won 6 and 7.
Oh, they won 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So whether that changes the outcome of 6, if they win the World Series off, I don't know. We'll talk about it later on. Where do you want to start? Because my goodness, there's a lot going on right now.
Let's start with the suspension.
You want to start with Ja? All right.
Yeah.
I'm really on the fence with this one. I don't know how to feel about this. And I think I know what happened. The more you hear about kind of what went down, you sort of get an idea of maybe why it went down the way it did. He got suspended for a game. He had a dust up with the manager, whose name I'm going to screw up terribly. Tuomas Isalo. I think is how you pronounce it. Tuomas Isalo, the new manager for the Memphis Grizzlies. This was in the loss to the Lakers. They had some sort of a confrontation. He called him out in front of the team about his leadership.
Yeah.
He went 3 for 14 from the field that night. After the game, he said what's wrong. He said, go ask the coaching staff. And then apparently he had some kind of dust up with the manager. And, I mean, he gets a game for it, but I don't know if the one game is really going to sum up what you've kind of gotten now from Ja, because he just looks defeated, unengaged.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play you this clip. This was from he talking to the media after the suspension.
You feel like you get the same joy right now that we used to seeing from you?
No.
What can be done to get it back?
We'll see.
You have the same joy? No, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
What can be done to get it back? I don't know. We'll see. So I feel like, I don't know. Unless he really sort of changes his approach here and realizes, like, look, this is how this guy's going to manage this team. Clearly, by him catching a one-game suspension, management's got his back as the new head coach. And either we're going to find a way to make this work or we're going to have tension all year and this whole thing's going down.
It's funny that you got your baseball hat on. You said the manager. I'm like, they only called us in baseball manager. You need a coach.
We just literally minutes ago got finished with the Walt Weiss announcement as the Braves' new manager. We've been doing that all day here. So my brain is very much in manager mode right now. I've been writing manager promos for the last hour and a half. But that's either how this guy's going to coach, or or this whole thing's going to fall apart. So,
but my whole thing is, new coaches sometimes. You got to understand your mindset and who you're dealing with. And I don't know what was said, but you never call a star player out in the locker room in front of other people. You never do that. That is the biggest no-no. There's only one coach that can ever do that. His name is Popovich, and he's not coaching anymore. You're a new coach. You don't do that. You say, let's set up a meeting before practice, after game, something, and then you talk to him. You call him out in his face in private. You don't do that.
You don't think Phil could do it? I know that wasn't his personality, but you don't think Phil had the cachet to do something like that if he has before?
Yeah, he could do it. Phil could do it. But, Phil is more of a, let's talk man to man, because there might be some things that's going to be said, and then we leave this meeting, we're like, I'm still the coach, you're still a player, we still got to win. So, and for a new coach coming to a situation like that, I don't think, for me as a player, I remember one time Pop said something to me in the locker room, and I was like, I'm a grown-ass man. You don't talk to me like that in front of everybody. You try to come at me, I'm going to come back at you. And that's what you got to understand. How old is Ja? What, 21, 25, 27, 28, 30? How old is Ja?
Wow.
It's a big difference between
You
21
ran
and
the gamut
25.
on that one. Yeah, let's find out.
It should be
I want to
25,
say 25.
26.
25. And so you got to understand. And you also got to know who you're talking
26.
to also.
26.
And so I know you're trying to come in and show the team that you're the big dog, but you'll lose a team really quick like that by calling a player out in front of everybody.
At some point in time, and they'll come out and say that they probably won't try to do this, they're going to have to end up trading Ja.
They're going to do it.
Because it's not working in Memphis. Between all the other things that have taken place, suspension, injuries, not seeing eye to eye, calling out the coaching staff, all of those things, and the fact that the Grizzlies, I don't know what their record is right now. I haven't really watched them much, but I don't know how much you're expecting them to do this season. or how well they're expecting to do in a gauntlet that is the Western Conference.
Yeah, they're 3-5.
And it's still very, very, very early, and things can turn around, things can change at the drop of a dime. But
in the West,
they got a better record than the Mavericks. We all thought they'd be doing a little bit better.
but we expect the Mavericks to turn things around, especially determining based off whenever Kyrie decides to come back. But I think at some point in time you got to end up trading Ja. He's not happy in Memphis. They even asked him recently about the love for the game or the love for basketball. Was it still there? He said no. That man wants out of Memphis, and I think at some point in time they're gonna have to trade him. It just is what it is. Now teams can hold a player for as long as they possibly can, because didn't he sign an extension?
I think maybe
he may be on an
big
extension.
First suspension, maybe. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm going to put a Google on that one.
We've seen teams hold players, but you get to a point where it's like, this player is so disgruntled. We're going to figure out a way. We're going to figure out what we can do and what we can get for him. But I think it's over in Memphis. I don't think you want to be in Memphis no more.
He's up through he's not an unrestricted free agent until the 28-29 season.
Yeah.
So he's due $39 million this year, and then $42, and then $44. So he's got, it looks like, including this season, 3 years left on that deal.
It's a lot of teams, I think, that would be in line who will want to trade some pieces to get a guy like Ja Morant.
Mm-hmm. Hey, he can change. He can make you go from a 7 seed to a 3 seed really quick. And I think when you look at this Memphis roster, think about just 2 years ago. They had second, third best record in the league.
Yeah, I think they were the second seed, and they were 2 seed. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and you think about that team. Bang, gone. All the villain gone.
Yep.
Key players into making that team go gone. And I don't know the relationship he had with those players, if they was his boys or whatnot. But when you see a team in a 2 seed in a position to make moves, and all of a sudden all these key players are shipped out and you don't really bring anything equivalent to that, as a player, you're like, man, what the fuck y'all doing as an organization here? Especially when you're the star.
Yeah.
And so I know he's probably, and then, and don't get me wrong, a lot of it had to do with him and his actions off the court. But now that you're back and you understand that you can't do the stuff that you were doing, and now you don't have these pieces around you, because if you look at their team, you're gonna look down that team like, who he play for? Only player you really
a lot of that roster is who he played for.
Jaren Jackson. He's the only player on that team that's like, okay. And listen, no, Zach Edey, okay, he's not that good. KCP, fresh, he's trying to figure his way out. Scottie Pippen Jr., he's up and down. It's that team, and GG is, he's on his way. He's up and down too. He's trying to figure his way out. This roster is not a playoff roster. This roster is not even a play-in roster.
And especially not in the West.
Mm-hmm.
You got, like I said, that Western Conference, we got, it's going to be a bloodbath all season long. You're going to have teams, you're going to have so much movement because you're going to have so many teams within a game or half a game of one another that one night can completely change the trajectory of the whole conference. And that's going to be like that all season long, whereas in the East, you could have a little bit more separation where it'll take you to string along a few more wins to maybe move things around. But the West was the same way last year. Last season, you saw teams losing one game, and it could take them from the 3 seed to the 6 seed.
Yeah, no, it was tied up. And then I guess my other question too here is, what is this coach trying to accomplish by calling him out too? Like, is it a power move? Is that the goal? Because it's like, hey, I'm the boss, and here's how it's going to go, and everybody's going to. Because if you already have a guy that is disgruntled, that it clearly is struggling. You got, as you all pointed out, a roster that ain't that great. Why are you trying to flex on the only guy on your roster that's probably going to be able to move the needle for you? He's the guy you want at your side. Like, he's your ally, right? He's the guy that you're like, if nobody on this roster's got my back, at least John and I are seeing eye to eye. So you trying to flex on him, like, what was the move there? Was the move to show out, look, I'm the boss and this is how it's going to work? Because that coaching style, I don't think that really plays in today's NBA.
Yeah. Whose Schwartz is bigger?
Yeah, my Schwartz is bigger than yours. Okay, good job. Congratulations. Now we got to trade our star player. So I don't know. I think it's just a mess out there, and they, like you all said, they got a long way to go.
I think it's also a sense of a lot of coaches look at it as a sense of accountability. If I need everybody else to fall in line, it also means I got to hold my star line. But like you said, Rob, there's a way that you go about doing that.
Yeah, I mean, doing it in front of everybody ain't the way to do it, though.
But I think, when you have guys who every coach has different coaching styles, and there are some coaches who are, they're big-time disciplinarians. Well, they don't care. They'll discipline you in front of everybody and call you out to let you know that even though you are the star, they'll try to let you know that you ain't better than nobody. You don't get preferential treatment, and you're not this and you're not that, and we rarely see that work. And it's just another example of it.
It's not in today's NBA. That's the problem.
Right.
I mean, and again, it's not to say that you have to change your style for Ja Morant, but if you know what you have in front of you, then you have to kind of. I think all managers, coaches, everybody in all sports will tell you. You have to sort of adapt your style to the guys you have in your roster.
Right.
And if he's your guy, you got to know, okay, well, I'm going to kind of bend a little bit to him, even though this isn't traditionally the way I would have done this. And I don't know, by doing what he did, I think he just burned way more bridges than he earned any respect with the guys in that locker room.
Great coaches make adjustments.
For 100%.
You make adjustments to your personnel.
And you're not Pop, bro. You're a first-year coach in Memphis. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of perspective here, dude.
So. It is what it is. But I think at some point in time, I don't know when.
Oh, I agree with you.
I think he's
gonna be
out of there.
He's going to be out of there.
Yeah.
Hey,
I agree.
It's like, dude, you're from Finland. They don't even play basketball in Finland.
I'm pretty sure they do.
That's what John probably said to himself. You from Finland. You can't talk to me like that. I know you was an assistant coach under Taylor. Now you're the head coach. But you can't talk to me like that.
He must feel some type of way if they hired him.
Yeah, well, the Finnish have a lot of pride. I'll say that. I mean, here's the thing, though, and the question would be, too, where does he end up going? Now, obviously, there's a million things that go into that.
That is a huge rabbit hole right there.
I think it was somebody posted, like, Ja next to Giannis in Milwaukee and said, who's stopping this duo? And Kevin Durant replies to the tweet, baby mamas and Glocks.
Man.
Kevin Durant did that on Twitter. And I was like, dude, Kevin, you're wild, man. What are you doing, dude? Put your phone down. Who's stopping this duo, baby mamas and Glocks? Oh, bro. What are you doing?
Hey, KD, I know KD, he must just been, he is funny, man, when it comes to his Twitters.
When he gets on Twitter, dude,
he'll pull that trigger on Twitter.
Oh. It's funny. I like the one with him and Jaylen Brown. He was like,
with the hair plugs thing?
when Jaylen's made that mark on the dude's uniform with his hair.
Okay, let's talk about Jaylen's hair. It's on the sheet. We brought it in a perfect transition to Jaylen's hair. So he doesn't get the call last night on the trip. That ends up costing them the game. So the Celtics go down. But, of course, that's not the story. The story is he is being solicited by all kinds of companies now that want to help him with his hairline. He is being flooded with offers from medical experts. He opened up on the live stream on Twitch last week, and he said, I'm cooked. I'm not going to lie. I blame Boston. 10 years of stress, the media, and championships. Y'all caused this with his hair. And then he wrote, he was talking to LeBron. He said, Code Red, they caught me slipping. I need to know, turkey or no turkey? Does he want to go to Turkey to get the hair transplant? That the joke was that LeBron had gotten there. And I ain't talking about no sandwich.
I didn't know that.
That was the joke. And then here's my favorite part of the Jaylen story. The damn Celtics announcers got him. They got him on the broadcast.
Brown, the spin, and the deuce. Good to see Jaylen Brown in transition. You always want to see your star player get some easy baskets. Or flying to the basket like he'll be flying to Turkey at some point this season.
They got him on the broadcast.
Is that Scalabrini?
I don't know if that was Scalabrini or not. No, I don't know who did that. But flying to the basket like he'll be flying to Turkey.
Hey man,
Bro, come on.
man got caught with that Beijing in his head. You got to understand that stuff will come off.
I wonder if it's from the years of getting braids and what. Now that I'm starting to think, were those braids real? You know, when you get your hair braided and you have to pull.
Well, he
the
did
hair.
grow his hair out. You remember at one point in time when he was younger, he had his hair like going up like.
We all had our hair younger. Yes, when we were younger.
But his was like.
I didn't have the power alleys when I was younger either. But guess what?
But his was like Kid and Play, and so he did have that hair.
Kid and Play.
And so he had the hair, so obviously putting that in, braids and twisting it, maybe it messed with the follicles.
I'm like, when did it? It's like all of a sudden, you remember he had braids, and he just came when he cut it all off. I'm like, that was weird.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
But I mean, he got look, man.
That's just funny.
It took LeBron long enough. Hey, they got money. If they're gonna go, they gonna go. Like this, all this is for fun. Because if they really want to go and just get this done, they have all the money in the world. Just go.
And look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think there's any shame in the hair stuff anymore. Like it used to be really bad. Like when you got plugs. Back in the day, who got the terrible plug job? Didn't somebody have like really bad plugs? Maybe it was Joe Buck or somebody. Like somebody had a really bad like plug job or something. So it's like I get that back in the day, but today, like, dude, there's a dude that works at the radio station that does an endorsement for the hair company that got it. That man was bald as hell a year ago.
Yeah.
He walking around with a full ass head of hair today. And there ain't no shame in it. His hair looks good. And I'm like, damn, that company did you right. Like,
who was that? Carlos Boozer, who sprayed a whole thing of like Beijing on his head.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm like,
but that's because there was like that was the solution for a long time. Like there wasn't today. Like there's technology everywhere, and all these come in U.S. across the world that they fix your hair, and there's no shame in it. Get your hair fixed. Who cares?
But it's this crazy person. Like it's so many bald men now. It's like fuck it. I'm just gonna go bald. It's easy. It's easy to maintain.
Nothing wrong with it, I don't think.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're self-conscious about it though, and you got the money, go get it fixed. Who cares?
Hey, I told my friends if I ever start going bald, you better let me know because I'm shaving this shit off.
I don't give a shit.
I like having hair, but I'm not gonna walk around this bitch looking like George Jefferson. I'll tell you that.
The George Jefferson. Love it. Now, I'm the same way. I told my wife, like, I'm starting to go here. Like, I got the power alleys going up top. But, like, I told her, as long as it's all full on the top, I'm good. But the minute I start to get the circle in the middle of the head, as soon as I start to get the middle of the head and out, and then I'm like, we're going bald. We're going shaving it out. I'm not doing it. You want to talk about the Lakers at all? After missing a few games, Luka came back, had a big night, 44, 12, and 6. Became the first Laker since Kobe to average 45-plus points in his first 3 games. Now, granted, he missed a bunch of games in there, but and then Jake LaRavia finally showed up. The whole who's number 12 thing.
Wake Forest.
He's been balling.
Dude, that was hysterical with Ant. Was it a fan or somebody? Who's number 12? And Ant's like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, the next thing you know, he's 10 for 11 and bust your ass.
I mean, the last few games for him was he 25, 8, and 4 steals, shot 77% from the field, 13, 5, and 3 steals, 27, 8, made 5 3-pointers that night, shot 91% from the field.
Crazy. And we had a DeAndre Ayton sighting the other night.
And there was
29
and
10.
Yes, and the Lakers are out to a 6-2 start.
Look, man, shout out to JJ Redick for preparing these guys. These guys are out here playing hard. The ball is moving. They're moving their feet defensively. Now, albeit this was the Trailblazers, but I think the Trailblazers also beat the Nuggets and somebody else this season.
The Trailblazers haven't been
on
terrible.
The Trailblazers.
Yeah.
They got the number 1 defense in basketball right now.
That's
which
crazy.
is crazy.
But shout out to the Lakers. 6-2.
That's a great start.
Yeah, and the crazy, you don't ever hear the word quietly and Lakers in the same sentence.
No, but you're right.
But because LeBron's not playing, Luka was out last game. Austin Reeves was also out versus Portland. And then for them to go out, Rui played well, LaRavia played well, DeAndre Ayton played the way we need him to play pretty much every damn game. Yeah. Like there's no reason why he shouldn't be averaging 20 and 10. I think he took that damn color out of his hair.
There's going to be a reason he don't average 20 and 10. That's called LeBron, Luka, and AR.
That's fine, but I do need him. But
I love that AR's in that conversation now too.
But that's fine. But I do need him to not look like he's lost.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like bro, do you know where you are?
Yeah.
But
Here's the thing is, I say this all the time. You got to think about last night. They didn't have those three, right? So what did they do? We got to use him.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what they did last night. They used him so he was able to score. He looked good last night.
He did.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked like he was inspired.
Right.
And from what I hear,
because he was getting the ball.
That Marcus Smart, him and him have formed a bond.
Right.
And they're on each other all the time. Like, you got to play better, big dog. You the man. And you can see where Marcus Smart made, attempts to get him in the post, get him the ball, and people forget DeAndre Ayton 15-footer is nice.
Yeah.
He makes that on a consistent basis, so they use him. And hopefully when you're sitting on the bench and you see how effective guys can be like that, Luke will be like, okay, I don't have to throw lobs to a big to get my assist. Let me just give it to him in the post, let him go to work.
And credit to Marcus Smart for that, Ben, because he's showing everybody the blueprint. Here's how you get a guy like that involved.
And it's good to... you never want to have guys out. But like you said, when you have guys out, to see what other guys are going to step up and answer the call.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
When you have – because the more guys that can step up and answer the call, the more that your stars can trust you in moments.
And they can see it.
Yeah.
They can see it. Then it's not a theory.
Right.
Here's how we should use DeAndre Ayton. They're showing you, no, here's how we do use DeAndre Ayton, and here's why he's at his best. So.
Well, they got a nice little test coming up in the Spurs. You got to see Wemby
tomorrow. Yep.
So,
Luka playing in that game.
Of course.
Of course he is. No, he's back now, so he should. I think he's good. Now, right?
The league called the Lakers. Hey, Luka playing tomorrow. I don't want to hear nothing from y'all.
Sorry,
Luka
Adam.
playing tomorrow. Yeah,
we hear you, sir. Yeah. Speaking of, let's mention Dylan Harper. Have we heard anything on his injury? Because he's out. I think with a calf.
With the calf
something.
injury.
Hopefully it's not. Yeah, anything. Too.
I hope it's not. Nowadays when people because of KD, when you get a calf injury, you out for like 2 months because they don't want that to turn into Achilles injury.
Yeah. But they finally dropped their first game. But still, the Spurs, man, But
they got so many guards over there anyway.
They do. But he's just
ton of guards.
He's been a spark plug for them, man. He really has.
But De'Aaron Fox not even back yet.
No.
And that's another guard that'll be into the fold when he gets there. So I think they do have enough firepower there, to be able to withstand an injury. My thing is, you don't want to have both of those guys out.
No.
But to get one of them back while the other one kind of, heals up.
Figures it out.
Yeah. I think if you can get De'Aaron Fox back, I don't know when he's supposed to be back.
It's a good question. I haven't seen anything on him, actually.
If you can get him back into the fold, look, when Wemby's playing the way he's playing, it's just – I think he had his worst game the other night. He had like
9 points.
9 points, yeah. Which you're not going to see a lot of that.
Yeah. But I think he's going to get that with Wemby a lot just because he wants to fire from three all the time.
Yeah.
He's not a guy that's just going to go post up. Right. You think about it, like, dude, you can post up 5 feet off the block, turn around, jump hook. Can't nobody block that shit. Nah. You throwing it down in the rim. Right. So it's. I think he got to understand, like, each night's going to change. You're going to have nights where you can hit threes.
Right.
There's going to be nights where you need to just go to the post and just turn around, dunk on people.
Okay.
He should average about 5 dunks a game, maybe 6.
Yeah.
Maybe 10.
For what it's worth. For what it's worth. We got reports that De'Aaron Fox is not listed on the injury report for Wednesday's game against the Lakers.
Probably not. He's playing the
so
Lakers,
he's going to be more
not.
game time decision, maybe? Question mark. Are we close on him? Maybe closer than we thought.
I don't know. All I know is, you want to get a guy like that who just got a contract extension. Who's tied to Wemby.
Yeah.
Because those are supposed to be your cornerstone pieces right now. You want to get somebody like him back because he pushes the ball.
Speaking of
$229 million,
I'll take it. Speaking of strong starts, Thunder 7-0.
Of course,
first team to go 7-0 since Steph Curry and the Warriors did it in 2015. Obviously, we know, and they're doing this without Jalen Williams. Shea's out there putting up almost 34 a night, and they're blowing people out. Shea's scored 20-plus points in 79 consecutive regular season games.
Yeah.
For Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Chet is playing well, too. I remember when they came here to Atlanta.
Good. Yeah.
Chet was doing his thing. He was, and really, it was his three-point shooting. Like, he turned, at least that night, he turned into prime Steph Curry. Well, just Steph Curry in general, really. But
I was going to say.
The thing with the Thunder is their defense. And I love Lou Dort. Lou Dort is a pit bull out there. He is a guy, he is literally a linebacker playing basketball. Like, if you've seen Lou Dort up close, that's a big dude. And so his pride and joy, his bread and butter is defense. The way that he will get physical, like I saw him dealing with Trae, I said, I don't know about this. Because he's going to get physical with Trae in ways that Trae he's not going to like. And he did. And, things did not look good for the Hawks that night. Obviously, we're going to get the world champs, but it is what it is. Lou Dort is such a cornerstone defensive player for that squad. It doesn't even make sense. And the way that he plays, like, he's a guy that could eventually win Defensive Player of the Year. So I just think he's a guy that kind of sets the tone defensively for them.
The crazy part is, like, he could win Defensive Player of the Year by them right now. When you win a Defensive Player of the Year is about who promotes you.
Right.
And I think if they went out right now and started promoting him and saying, because every time you watch a broadcast and he wants the best player, he's guarding the best player. He's like what Marcus Smart was when he was in Boston.
When he was in his prime.
He's taking on that challenge. And I think what's going to hurt him is that the whole team is good defensively.
Yeah.
But the reason the whole team is good defense is because you got a guy like him who's able to take on the star player and not have you rotate, not have you help out because he don't need it. And so these people who vote on this need to really look at this because this guy's been doing that since the day he stepped in the league. This ain't new for him.
Right.
And so it's amazing what the challenge is. And who was he guarding? Like Siakam the other night. He made Siakam turn by 18 times, like in I think the second, third game of the year. And everybody he guards, he makes them frustrated. So.
Yeah, because you can't move him. When he has his feet planted and he's in front of you, you can't move him because he's not a small dude. He's a jacked up dude with with broad shoulders, and you can't really move him. So he really has a solid base, and you can't. He's going to direct you wherever he wants you to go, and he's going to control that. And so when you have a guy like that, it's tough.
Yeah, the only person I ever seen adjust, and it's because he's a hell of a player, is KD. When he was guarding him, KD's like, okay, this is how you're going to play me? Yeah. I adjusted. And only really, really good players know how to adjust to really, really good defensive players.
Yeah.
And also, while we're off to the people of strong starts here, I'm going to throw this to the Bulls fans that listen to this show that always give a shit about the fact that we never mention the Bulls. We don't talk about the Bulls. Look, man, we got to give them a little bit of credit. They started I think they dropped a game, but they started 5-0. Josh Giddey's looked really good. I'm going to give you the for what it's worth scenario, and it means 100% of nothing. The Bulls are 5-0 since Michael Jordan did it in '96 and '97.
Everything that they're doing is going to be for the first time since Michael Jordan did it.
Michael Jordan did it.
It's just because between Mike and now, I mean, you had Derrick Rose.
Yeah,
you had your Derrick Rose moments.
There hasn't been.
And those are a lot of what-if moments that still haunt a lot of Bulls fans because Derrick Rose couldn't stay healthy. But really, as far as setting those major records, everything is going to be since the 95 Michael Jordan Bulls, the 93 Bulls. Whatever year Bulls you want to pick that Michael Jordan put on the jersey, it's going to be since then.
Yeah.
So, it just kind of is what it is.
Had to mention it for the Bulls fans that always give a shit about the fact that we ever talk about the Bulls.
Yeah. Shout out to the Bulls fans.
Yeah, they're out there. Well, we're talking about strong starts.
Well, right now.
Yeah. We talked about strong starts. Let's talk about some of the slow starts. Man, the Pelicans. 0-6. Nothing's clicking. Zion looks okay. The team around him looks lost. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games by 30-plus points. And the rumor is, don't be surprised if Willie Green is the first coach to fall this season. New Orleans, not able to figure it out. And the Nets are 0-6.
Well, that's not.
The Nets can't guard anybody.
That's to be expected on that one.
Opponents are shooting 52% against them. It's the worst in the league.
But these are 2 teams in their respective conferences who you kind of figured would be at the bottom.
Yeah, but I mean to not find a win in there somewhere with
the Pelicans.
The Pelicans with Zion, you got to. I mean, again, how many times are we going to talk about the fact that it needs to be more than just Zion, but Zion's got to maybe put some of these on his back and find a way, and it's like they're not getting it done. They're just everything around him right now, they look confused and lost. Guys are out of position constantly, and they play terrible defense. And you found no way to build around a centerpiece, which you have.
Well,
Hey, Kevin Looney probably like, what the fuck did I just do? You think about who you leave, and I know it's about the money sometimes. You got your rings,
Yeah.
and then you go down there and like, come on, Kevin Looney, you've been better off staying. I know they probably going somewhere else, man. You know, you're a winner. But this team is, is DeJounte Murray back yet?
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so, not yet. But I mean, with this Pelicans team, a lot of things I attribute back to the gauntlet of the Western Conference. Even with that, I didn't have the Pelicans as a playoff team.
Well, no, none of us did.
But one thing about Zion that we always talked about, which he's been able to do thus far, is stay on the floor, stay healthy. And that's always been a gripe about you got a centerpiece, but your centerpiece can't stay on the floor.
Yeah.
So it means you're no good when he's not there and he's somewhere eating.
What you just say?
Huh?
He's off somewhere
What did you
eating.
just say?
Somewhere eating. What?
That man.
I'm just saying somewhere. He might be somewhere just eating.
He's fat. No, see, that's
Look,
me. Don't.
He eating good. Like I said, they were eating good in New Orleans. He lost weight. He looked, like I said, that's the way he's been able to stay on the floor. Because we said with the way that he plays above the rim, you can't have all that weight on your joints and your knees like that and play like that. Yeah. You just can't. You'll be out the league fast. So
a part of me wants to see him. Oh my God, this is gonna not feel right. Put the team on his back a little bit and get a win. You know what I mean? Like it's not an unreasonable thing to ask when you are that caliber of a player. And even if you don't have shit around you, sometimes you got to find a way to get that done. And the fact that he hasn't been able to do that, and like you said, at least he's on the floor. Mm-hmm. That's the expectation level now for him. Hey, he's on the floor. And I'm like, dude, that ain't gonna. I don't know, man. It's just not gonna be a do for him. It's just not.
This is another one of those teams you think about when they were like in the playoff run. When I say playoff run, I mean the playoff, like getting into the playoffs.
Conversation.
That whole squad is gone.
Oh yeah, no, the whole team's changed.
Only person left is him and Bama, and that's it. Everybody else is gone.
Yeah,
terrible, absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Well, Embiid has been back on the floor, so that's been a nice thing to see. Except for the fact that he got popped $50,000 for doing the crotch chop the other night, because he's done that a few times. He's gotten popped for the Generation
a couple
X,
times over the years.
The slap chop there, and then he came back and he got up on Twitter and he was like, "Y'all better start finding the refs for doing that lewd blocking foul gesture." It's basically the same thing.
It is the same thing, except
now,
for
here's the thing,
hands are out, our hands are folded.
Right, but the refs aren't doing it to taunt anybody, bud. You know what I mean? Like that's the difference there. So unless you were calling for a block, which I don't think was the case in that scenario, you got to eat that. But yeah, he's been fined for that a couple times. A year ago, he got fined $35,000 for the same celebration. So yeah, $50 large for that, dude. Ain't worth it for me. But 76ers have been looking good. 76ers, they've been looking really good. Tyrese Maxey, by the way.
Did anybody pick them to
No, I didn't.
make the playoffs?
I don't think I did, no. I think you did.
Of course I did.
You did. Yeah. What do you mean, of course I did? Shut up. Yeah, Rob Stradamus over here. Of course I did.
No, y'all were talking about how bad they were. I'm like,
well, honestly, I'm going to say this. I did not expect to see Joel Embiid this early in the season. Mm-hmm. I thought we were going to be like 15, 20 games in before he decided to put on a pair of sneakers again.
If they were smart, every fifth game he'll be off.
Well, I think that no matter what, he's going to be off every fifth game. That's been his MO. It might be every third or fourth game.
Oh, I'm just looking. I forgot, I know we have a big basketball audience, but today is the NFL trade deadline.
It sure is.
And one huge trade that just went down. The Jets have traded their all-pro corner, Sauce Gardner, to the Colts.
Oh, wow.
For 2 first-round picks.
Okay. Look, Indianapolis has been good this year.
They're going for it. Yeah, 7-2. Yeah, 7-2.
Yeah, Indianapolis is good.
And that's their 1 weak spot. You know, they corners are not that good. So
now they get a young
really
all-pro
good,
corner,
really good
for
corner.
future first round.
Sauce Gardner's a good.
Was he a Georgia? He's a Georgia product, right?
Who?
Sauce?
No, he went to
Did he go to
Cincinnati.
Georgia?
I think he went to Cincinnati.
I don't know. He won Georgia though. I don't know where he went.
Oh.
All right, we'll do one more quick NBA story, and then we'll do some football stuff and big shot. And we're gonna play this week's game. It's called Fired Faster, and it has to do with the college football landscape this week. Last story. The only thing I wanted to bring up was the Trae Young injury. I don't know how much we know about what's going on with him, but he sprained MCL, reevaluated in 4 weeks, went on the MRI on Friday. Didn't see anything structurally wrong with his knee, so I guess that's good. But I don't know what you've heard or seen about the Trae injury.
Yeah, sprained MCL, which I kind of figured. Like, it took him long enough to report this because he had went for an MRI that same night.
Yeah,
I believe, and then it took some days before this news would have dropped. I kind of speculated that it was more of like a bruised knee or sprained MCL of some sort for him to, be out a month. And obviously this news came. Look, this is not anything minor. You lose your leader for a month, maybe even longer. You lose your point guard and your facilitator and your playmaker. Now it's other guys just, time to stand up. And they have other ball handlers, obviously not like Trae, but it's not necessarily what you wanted if you're a Hawk fan and in a Hawk organization, but it kind of is what it is. And you got to kind of fight through it, and the other guys got to kind of step up, and everybody's going to get their opportunity.
Okay. All right.
I mean, of the Luka situation also, so they can just go out and just, because they got a talented team, man, over there. They got some young talent. Let's see what they can do. Give them opportunities. Say, hey, you sitting on the sideline. This is what you do when you give me the rock. I can go for buckets too.
Yeah, like you're absolutely right. It's exactly like the Lakers. You don't want the situation, but you have to take advantage of it. You have it. So let's see what these guys got. All right, let's talk about my favorite story of the week from college football. Hugh Freeze gets fired at Auburn. That's not my favorite story of the week.
When did he get fired? Where was I?
Yeah, he got fired
yesterday, day before.
What's today?
Sunday.
He got fired Sunday.
Yeah, he got fired on Sunday.
Yeah, he got fired Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Here's the funniest part about it. It was broken 4 hours before it was announced by the university by a random Twitter user who had this to say: the standing Sunday 1:30 p.m. tee time held by head coach Hugh Freeze at the Auburn University Club has been canceled today. Huge shakeup coming for Auburn. Sure enough, Hugh Freeze got fired later that day. So a Twitter user broke it 4 hours before he got announced to be fired because they noticed that his tee time got canceled on their big board. Okay, and he had a standing 1:30 tee time every Sunday, and it got canceled. So that's how it got broke.
So is that your way to decompress? Because it feels like when you getting your ass kicked, you should change something, have your ass watch some film or something, trying to figure out how to keep your job. But
that's what I thought too. I was like, man, is you going out and play golf every Sunday after you're just getting whooped? And people are, I mean, they stayed after the game to chant for his firing. So and he's like, I'm gonna play golf tomorrow. Like, no, you're not. I got news for you. We had a bad week last week for college football picks. We had a bad week.
It was horrible.
I had a bad week.
Rob went 0-4. Harper went 0-4. I went 1-3 just because I went out on a limb for Oklahoma, and that paid off for me. But all of us picked Georgia didn't cover. All of us picked Georgia Tech. That didn't work out. So we had.
When I saw the Georgia Tech score, I hit refresh like 5 times. Like, I know this shit ain't right.
This cannot be correct. Look, it was a terrible week for Georgia.
Georgia Tech got BTA, and for those who don't know what that stands for, belt to ass.
Yes. That was ugly.
But you know what, though? Tech probably needed it. When you go on the road in these night games, it's just like when teams come to Bobby Dodd at night. Georgia Tech is phenomenal at night, even when they weren't what they were this year, last year.
Yeah.
Last season, they beat
Miami.
They beat Miami. A couple of seasons ago, they beat Drake May and UNC.
Yeah.
Like, teams in different places play better under the lights at night. And when you go and you're on primetime television, it's not easy.
No.
And so that's a lot of busted plays, a lot of missed tackles. Haynes King is still leading the team in rushing, throwing for 300 yards, rushing for 100.
For 2, yeah.
Like, he's a Heisman candidate Heisman Trophy candidate. But I said, Lord, please, Brent Key, y'all going to get this man killed if he keeps running like this. You have a nice running back in Jamal Haynes who you can run the football. There's no way.
He's really good.
There's no way he should have 6 carries for 30 yards.
No. But how much of that is
Put
on
him in a
Brent?
Wildcat or something.
Yeah, no, but how much of that is on Haynes too? Like, Haynes is a running quarterback.
He is. He is. I'm not knocking that.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's in his nature. So I promise you, Brent Key is in his ear, like, hand the ball off, check it down. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Don't the committee come out today?
Yeah, I think we have our first playoff committee tonight.
Yeah, the committee comes out today, so it's not a good. Even though it doesn't really matter.
They're not going to be. Georgia Tech's not going to be in the first week picks. No, I mean not after you lose NC State. But if you finish out and you can get into the ACC championship game and win it, you're back in this conversation very easily. And by the way, the ACC is up for grabs at this point. Yeah. Louisville could win it. Virginia could win it. Georgia Tech could win it. Miami's out of it now.
I would love to say Clemson could win it.
Clemson lost every game this season, except 2 games, right? I mean,
I looked at how they were
horrible.
ranked. And I'm like, what happened?
They're so bad. They're so bad.
And then and I was looking at buyouts. Oh, Dabo ain't going nowhere. Did you see his buyout?
No, his buyout's absurd, like $60-some million, isn't it?
He got like the second largest buyout ever.
Behind Mike Norvell, I think. Mike Norvell is like the leader in the clubhouse for the buyout, and I think Dabo's right behind him.
Yeah, so, I was like, he ain't getting fired.
Florida State stuck with Mike Norvell, and I don't want to say Clemson stuck with Dabo because he's been great for them, but he has not had a good year. He's had a really, really rough year, so I feel for the guy. All right, let's do this week's games. I got 4 quick ones to do. Then we'll do Big Shot, and then we're going to play, in honor of Hugh Freeze, Fired Faster. I'm just going to give you 2 coaches. You just got to tell me who got fired faster. So we'll find out.
This is going to be fun.
This is going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's do the game of 2 teams I know absolutely nothing about, and if you say you know anything about them, I'm calling bullshit on both of you.
Okay.
Number 8 BYU at number 9 Texas Tech. This is a top 10 matchup.
I know a little bit about that.
I know.
I don't know shit about BYU, but I can tell you something about Texas Tech.
Okay.
I know they're third as far as spending money.
Now they have a very big NIL fund.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
Texas A&M and Ohio State. So, and they're at Texas Tech. They're giving Texas Tech 10.5.
Yes, they are.
I am not taking that. I'm going with BYU.
Okay. Yeah, BYU, by the way, the most under-discussed top 10 team, I think, maybe ever. Like, they're not even in anybody's conversation, and they're ranked number 8 right now.
Yeah, look.
So, as Rob said, Texas Tech laying 10.5.
That home field advantage. They're at BYU, right?
No, they're at Texas Tech.
Oh, they're at Texas Tech. Okay, well, never mind. Well, yeah, Texas Tech. Texas Tech, in a sense, still feels like a sleeper to me, in a sense, because I don't care nothing about I don't care nothing about the Big 12 no more, since it's kind of discombobulated anyway.
It's the Big 13, 17, whatever the hell it is, then Big 12.
But yes, they, from a recruiting standpoint, even future recruiting classes, they doing their thing. Money talks. When you got that little, hey, put this stash away for recruiting, it works.
Hey, they showed it in basketball. They're gonna slide. They're gonna do it in football too.
All right, Rob's going BYU.
Are they Mormon up there?
Yes,
they are.
Yes,
Brigham Young, Mormon.
It's a lot of money, ain't it?
Yeah, it showed. A lot of money
on the low.
Hey, they got the potential in basketball. They got the potential number 1 overall pick in next year's draft. Yeah. So.
All right, Harp. Who do you want? Texas Tech laying 10.5.
Oh Lord. Give me Texas Tech.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Rob. I'm gonna say BYU. I'm gonna say BYU gets this one done on the road. All right, number 5, Georgia at Mississippi State.
Georgia.
Not a huge game, but got to win it if you're the Dogs.
On the road.
Georgia's laying 7.5 on the road.
Oh, I'm taking Georgia.
Georgia.
All right, I'm going to take Georgia as well. I hope they win this thing by like 21, but who knows, man. Mississippi State's had a few jump-up kind of moments this year. Number 3, Texas A&M. At number 19, Mizzou. This is in Missouri. A&M's laying 6.5.
A&M will win this game by 3 touchdowns.
Oh my goodness!
Ooh, in
all
Missouri,
of a sudden, Rob has got his Texas A&M.
No. Mizzou's quarterback's out.
Yeah,
I know he is, but I'm just.
Oh,
yeah, I'm taking
Texas. I don't trust him without the quarterback.
I was going to take Texas A&M anyway, but I'm definitely taking them now.
And I want to apologize, you Hart, when I said, Manning's out with a concussion.
but I knew with the amount of time between when you said it and game time that he was going to be back.
Okay.
And so when I saw the game that he had, I think that may have been his best game of the season.
It was.
He went off.
Hit that man in the head more often. I'm also going to go Texas A&M. I don't think Mizzou's got a whole lot left. All right, and then I think we're all probably going to go the same way in the last game. LSU at number 4 Alabama. This
Roll
is the
down.
night game, 7:30. Bama's laying 9.5 against LSU.
Roll it. Roll. The tide is rolling in.
By you.
Yep, I'm on the same thing. I'm Bama. I don't know. What are you doing?
By you.
Oh, you're picking the Bengals? You're picking the Bayou Bengals? You're picking LSU?
At Alabama?
Yeah.
I'm
not to win.
Not cover.
Oh.
You don't think they're going to cover the 9.5?
I said Bama wins by 7.
Okay.
Or maybe 3.
All right.
Yeah. Because I don't think y'all understand how bad LSU hates Alabama and the
I know
they got a new coach.
I get it.
I know they got a new coach, and trust me, I want Bama to beat the brakes off him so I can talk shit to my boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think even though Alabama always has a bye week and they prepare for LSU, but I think I'm taking the Bengals.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go Bama. I think Bama
Don't tell
covers.
Shaq I said that.
Oh no. Talking to him last night. All right, big shot of the week this week is going to go to two gentlemen named Angel Zarco and Carlos Perea, and here's why. They're 2 California farmers. They were honored recently for being the first 2 people to help save 20 students' lives on a bus that caught fire. They noticed it before the driver even noticed it, that there was smoke coming out of the bus, flagged down the driver, got 20 kids off of this bus, and within about 2 minutes, the whole bus was up in flames.
Wow.
They got them out of the bus before the driver noticed it, and they did it before the fire department got there. And they said, quote, "We were just trying to make sure we got the kids far enough away so they wouldn't get hurt. The bus caught fire right away. Within 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it was all happened right away." So props to these 2 men for noticing something and not ignoring it. Jumping into action, got those kids off of that bus and saved all of their lives. Saved 20 kids' lives.
Yeah.
How
old were the
big
kids?
shot. Didn't say. Just said 20 school kids aboard a bus. So I would imagine elementary or middle school would be my guess.
Did you guys take a bus to school?
Oh, yeah. For years. Of course. No, my driver took me every day. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, no, your parents could have dropped you, or you could have walked like I did.
Oh, I drive my daughter every day. You know, she has a personal fucking chauffeur. Me. Yeah.
Yeah. But the only time I was on a school bus is when we was going to a game. And we didn't have a school bus to pick us up in a small town. We had to either get there by your parents or you had to fucking walk.
No, yeah, we had a bus. I took the bus every day until I got my license. And the minute I got my license, I bought a shitty little Ford Escort and was like, I am never getting on that bus again. Not happening. And then the minute you have a car, every one of your friends is like, "You're picking us up, right? You're picking us up, right? You're picking us up, right?"
Once you get a car,
now you're a taxi service for all your friends.
No, I was like, "You ain't on my way, dog."
Oh, they didn't care. Like,
I said, "Oh no, I take you home after practice, but
oh no, come get me.
You ain't on my way to school because I'm getting in the last second. I ain't got time to be making any detours.
Come get me." And then when you had a sick day, you had to call like 20 people. They're like, "Yo, I ain't getting you today. I'm sick, dude. I can't get. I gotta call somebody else. I'm not picking you up today. I'm sick." All right, let's play this game. It's called Fired Faster. And the basics is easy here. I'm going to give you 2 head coaches and a situation. You just got to tell me who got fired faster. So we're going to start with Magic Johnson from the Lakers. Now listen to me. In the 1994 season. Or Steve Nash from the Nets in the 2022 season. So we're looking at the context of the seasons, not the whole career. So Magic Johnson from the Lakers in 94, or Steve Nash from the Nets in 2002. Who got fired faster into that season?
I think it was Steve Nash.
I do too, because I think Magic lasted like 17 games or something like that. And Steve Nash was like, what, 9? 8?
Okay, so you're both going Nash.
I think
Steve Nash.
Magic Johnson lasted 16 games into the 1994 season. Steve Nash lasted 7 games into the 2002 season.
It almost was a waste of time hiring him.
Mm-hmm.
Almost?
Well, no, it was a waste of time.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I didn't want to be. My fault for being modest about that. It was a complete and utter waste of time.
Hey, let me just say that if I'm the owner, I'm firing the GM too for even making that dumbass hire. This dude didn't even want to be around basketball, and then you fucking hire him just because his name was Steve Nash.
And he didn't. Correct me
and
if I'm
you
wrong.
played with him.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He had no coaching experience.
You
None.
You know what that reminded me of? His tenure with the Lakers. when paired him with Dwight Howard, when did he play?
That was no, he didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't.
He had that crack bone in his leg, and he never played.
Yeah. He's Karl Malone on the Lakers. Is what he was. All right, let's go with Urban Meyer from the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2021. Failed experiment. Or Lane Kiffin from the Raiders in 2008.
Ooh.
Who lasted longer into the season? Who got fired faster? Urban Meyer from the Jags in 21 or Lane Kiffin from the Raiders in 2008?
I'm taking Meyer, too.
You both think Meyer got fired faster. Okay. Urban Meyer got fired after 13 games into the 2021 season. Didn't even finish the year. Jaguars were 2-11. Lane Kiffin only lasted 4 games into the 2008 season.
I thought he got fired quicker.
Well, maybe as a whole career, but in the season, no. Lane Kiffin only got 4 games into the season. All right. Let's go whole career here then, since that's where our brains are. Byron Scott from the Cavs. He was there from 2010 to 2013. Or Luke Walton from the Kings, who was there from 2019 to 2021.
Byron
Who got
Scott
fired faster? Byron Scott from the Cavaliers or Luke Walton from the Kings?
Luke. Uncle Luke.
Uncle Luke.
I'm trying to remember.
Raise the roof. Come on now, raise the roof. Raise the roof.
Yeah, I'm going to go Luke.
Everybody's going Uncle Luke. All right. Byron Scott, 230 games for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Luke Walton coached 161. So that's a point for both of you. Yeah, well, Uncle Luke didn't get that far. All right, let's go with. This is a 2-season look here, okay? Steve Sarkisian from USC. Okay? Got fired in 2015 after 2 seasons. Or Randy Shannon from Miami, who got fired in 2022 after 2 seasons. Who got fired faster?
I'll be honest. I don't even know who the fuck Randy Shannon is.
You know who Randy Shannon is?
Randy Shannon. You give me the other
He was
one
a
again?
very recent head coach of the Miami Hurricanes. Sarkisian.
USC.
At USC.
Oh, I think it was. Was that during the time that Sarkisian had that drinking issue?
Yep.
That's why he got fired.
He was at a booster event and showed up drunk.
Yeah, that's why he got fired.
Yeah. I'm going to go Randy Shannon.
Okay.
I'm going to go Sarkisian just to be different.
Sarkisian. Randy Shannon coached 24 games for the Miami Hurricanes over those 2 seasons.
Oh, sorry, Sark.
Sark got popped after 22.
Oh, it was close.
22, it was close.
That's close.
All right.
Did they catch him getting off the plane? Sarkisian like, hey, come let me holler at you.
Hey, before you put your bag down. Come this way. All right, let's go with a couple of legends. Names you're going to recognize, but I don't know if you know anything about their coaching stint. Let's go with Herm Edwards.
Yep.
Who was the head coach of Arizona State from 2018 to 2022. Or Mel Tucker.
Yep.
Who coached Michigan State from 2020 to 2023. Who got fired faster?
Former Dogs defensive coordinator.
That's right. Who got fired faster? Herm or Mel Tucker?
Mel Tucker, because he got caught up in that scandal.
Did.
What scandal?
In Michigan State with I think it was a sexual
There was
scandal.
it was like someone on staff that accused him of some stuff that was inappropriate.
I think I want to say Mel Tucker. I want to say Mel Tucker.
Okay.
Robert? I don't even know who Mel Tucker is. I've heard the name.
Oh, God.
I heard the name. I know he played football. So I'm going to go good old Herm Edwards because nobody really liked him at that college.
They did not. That was an unsuccessful tenure for Herm Edwards.
Yeah.
Herm Edwards coached only 49 games for Arizona State. Mel Tucker coached only 37 for Michigan State.
That scandal got going and they got him up out of there.
That was fast. That happened real fast.
And he disappeared off the scene after that, too.
I don't know where he is now.
I don't have a clue.
I don't know what
question.
Mel Tucker's doing.
I don't know what he's up to. All right, couple more. Let's go with Chip Kelly as the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. Failed experiment. Or Lovie Smith as the head coach of the Houston Texans. Who got fired faster?
Oh, crap. Those two didn't last long at all.
No.
Lovie Smith or Chip Kelly?
I was at B&B Steakhouse, and he came over and said hi. And I was like, oh, we know
Who's
it's
this?
funny.
Lovey?
Lovey? Okay.
Lovey. And then I blinked and he was gone.
Hey, was that fast? Yeah.
I'll go Lovey.
Everyone goes Lovey.
They got the lovey-dovey kiss.
Chip Kelly made it through 16 games as the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. Lovie Smith made it through 17 games as the head coach of the Houston Texans. So it was Chip that got
So is that a
fired
whole
faster.
season? Lovey made it through the whole season.
He made it through the whole season. All right, last one. This is going to be the battle of the shortest tenure in any season in NBA history. Who got fired faster? Earl Watson from the Suns in the 2017 season, or Mike Brown from the Lakers in the 2012 season? I will tell you that both of these gentlemen did not make it to 10 games. So Earl Watson from the Suns in 2017, or Mike Brown from the Lakers in 2012. Who got fired faster?
Dang, the fact that neither one of them made it to 10 games.
Neither of them made it to double digits.
I'm going to say Earl Watson.
Okay.
I think this was, I know, even though, they had that big scandal with Earl Watson, it wasn't really a scandal, it was a scandal going on in the organization and with the Suns. But I'm gonna go with the guy I don't really think should be coaching right now. I'm going with Brown. I'm going with Brown.
Mike Brown got fired 5 games into the 2020-12 season with the Lakers. Earl Watson got fired 3 games into the Suns season of 2017.
Because I barely remember him with the Magic.
How do you fire your head coach 3 games into a season?
I barely remember him.
But how bad is it have to be going, or how bad does something have to be going sideways for you as an organization that you're 3 games into a year, you're like, bye. Because you got no recourse at that point. I mean, you're starting over. You might as well just fire them in the offseason.
Yeah, because all that shit that went down in the front office.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, that's what you talking about, front office problems? Come on, what are you talking about? Shut your bum ass up.
Shut your bum ass up, man.
That doesn't happen. What are you talking about?
Because that's what I think. Right after that, they got new ownership too. Everybody, all that was.
Oh, that was during the new ownership change, wasn't it? Oh man!
Yep.
All right, well, that kind of suddenly makes sense then, a little bit. As opposed to me shitting on a guy from 3 games. Yeah.